Just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
In motion, it's Waddle. Ready. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Get it!
A run out of the gun with Achane. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. Second down and 8.
Ready!
They'll motion the tight end Smith.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Huntley. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He's beyond midfield to the 45. The speed on display. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown.
Now it's a fake. They'll flip it to the kicker. And this is not going to come close to fooling anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't, and they get nothing on the extra point. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down.
Ready, ready!
They'll motion the tight end Smith. Now Huntley. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive.
That is caught. What a throw. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Great.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. What can they do here on third down and 7? A pistol snap back to Hurts. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not.
And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs. They'll motion the tight end, Smith.
Go.
Throwing, Huntley. That's caught downfield by Waddle. He is in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are able to extend their first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big one.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag
Personal
down.
foul.
A
Roughing the
silly
passer.
penalty
Defense.
may erase the turnover.
Automatic first down.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. And he'll be taken down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Hurts will try it again. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia. Again, Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Powering forward, he's in. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Huntley. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. A big play to kick off this drive.
Ready, break.
33 yards.
Tag, ready.
To throw is Huntley. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Offside, defense.
Go!
Huntley now. Off he goes. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
On the check.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Okay, break.
Task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Here's Huntley. He's got it at the 3. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal.
Ready? Here we go. Shot.
So we hit halftime, and hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Covey now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And third down coming up. Hurts. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third and a yard.
Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Miami. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
A run up the middle with Achane, and he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play. A big loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard, and that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Third and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield, taken down back at the 3.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive.
Here we go.
1st down and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. That's caught in stride by the Cheetah. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So, 3-quarters.
Ready up.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Now Huntley. Going for it all. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Come on, 8-10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one knocked away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. And the Eagles are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now we'll get a pause here, an injured player, and it's A.J. Brown who was hurt on that last play. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Still some hope, keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. Not much developing there. Short pickup down to the 47. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Off the play fake. Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Taking off. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Let's go.
1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing, Huntley. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough to imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Here's Mostert. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to try it here again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Roughing the passer.
Potentially
Defense.
very big call here.
Set.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's A.J. Brown brings it in. 18 yards on the connection. Good for an Eagles 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On the ready.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Get it.
Here's a give to Achane. And just a short gain there, down to the 38.
Okay, ready.
Look him up on a second down and 8.
Ready.
Now, faking the give. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the Dolphins. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who are giving him much of a shot coming in. They rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico.